Hey there, my name is Miranda and welcome to another video. Today I will be doing the end of the year book tag, originally created by Ariel Bissett. I will link the original video down below. I saw this video, decided since it is November, there's really only a month and a half, 2-ish months left of the year, might be a good time to do this tag right about now. So this tag is mainly about what you have sort of read this year, looking at couple things you want to finish before the year is definitely over, and looking a little bit into what your plans are for next year. Alright, so let's get started. Question 1 is, are there any books this year that you have started that you have yet to finish? Alright, so if anyone has looked at my Goodreads, you'll notice there is a book I started in September and I still have not finished it. Not because I'm not enjoying it, but literally because I have just been reading all the library books instead. And that is Fury Born by Claire Legrand. So I'm only, oh god, how far am I in this? How far am I in this? How far am I in this? I'm just over 100 pages in. I started this in September while I was in London, so that's partially the reason why I haven't read nearly as much. The other was it was a lot lighter to carry around my e-reader rather than this during my adventures. But I have been enjoying this book. I am enjoying the story. I am really excited to continue it. But I've kind of been reading my library books on my e-reader beforehand because those expire. This doesn't. I own this. Also, now that I'm back, that means I gotta work on my master's, which means a lot of research reading. So again, fun reading is taking a backseat. I'd really like to finish this before the end of November, if only because I started this back in September. I really should finish it, especially before I actually forget what I have already read. Question 2 is, do you have an autumn theme book or autumn type book that you will take into read in the last bit of the year? I don't. I'm not a very seasonal reader like a lot of people seem to be. I don't really read spooky books for autumn and Halloween. I don't really read wintry themed books for winter. I don't read summery books, which I guess are mainly contemporary, so that might explain why. I'm very much a mood-based reader. I will read based on what I'm feeling like at the time. Also, I read a lot of fantasy, and fantasy I just can't really see as more than maybe, I don't know, maybe a wintry sort of seasonal. Maybe also fallish. I don't know, just whenever I hear these whole seasonal reads, contemporary seems to be a very big one in summer, so I definitely am not a seasonal read for that. I don't know, it's just not a thing for me. I'm a mood reader, not a seasonal reader. Question 3 is there a new release you are still waiting for? And there is. Most of the books I've been highly anticipating are already out, and the rest that I'm waiting for are not coming out until next year. Blood Witch, I am waiting for Blood Witch. But there is one book that is actually coming out this month. It is released November 20th. I am so excited for this book. I didn't even know this book was coming out until I'd say probably July. But I'm super excited for it. I can't wait till it comes out. Probably won't be able to get around to it for a while, but either way, I am so excited. And that is Firefly Big Damn Hero by Nancy Holder. For anyone who knows me, I am a massive fan of the Firefly TV series. I absolutely love it. I am still heartbroken that there will never be a season 2. The movie was great, but I wanted more. I wanted so much more. It's one of the reasons why I collect all the comics. I love them. I'm constantly rereading them. I'm constantly rewatching the series and the movie. But they are now creating novelizations for this series set within that universe. A few of them are prequels, a few of them are sequels. There's 3 of them that I know of. They are also creating another comic book series, which I will also be getting my hands on, but I don't remember when that's being released. But the first book in the novelizations comes out November 20th. I am so excited for this. I cannot wait. Again, might not be able to get to it for a little while, but I'm going to be so excited on release day. I'm going to be celebrating that day. What can I say? If I can enjoy this series that was just so short-lived for a little bit more, I'm happy. Question 4 is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Alright, the most obvious, Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. I am so excited for this book. I am still very relieved I didn't discover Vicious until only a few months before the sequel came out. That kinda helped me. Sorry for everyone else who discovered Vicious well beforehand and had to wait a very long time for this sequel. I understand your pain. I only had to wait a few months. You had to wait a couple years. But this is definitely one of the books I really want to read before the end of the year. I am so excited for this book. I am thinking of taking it with me to London next week while I'm there. I have to go there for a conference and a few other things. the other book, and that is only because I've put it on a few TBRs. I still haven't read it. I'm a little ashamed I still haven't read it because I put it on, I'm pretty sure, at least 2 TBRs at this point. And that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. So this is a very popular book on BookTube from what I understand. Pretty much everyone who's read it has loved it, and I do know the sequel comes out, I believe, in about mid-2019. So I'd really like to get to this. I'd really like to finish it before the end of the year so I can see what all the hype is about, see how much I like it, and I'm pretty sure a friend of mine back home would like me to read this pretty soon. She wants to know my thoughts on it. We have pretty similar taste in books. So yeah, one of the 3 I really, really should get to, considering I've been saying I'm going to read it for a couple months. The last book, and this is another one of my most highly anticipated releases for this year. I just got it not very long ago. I am so excited for this. And that is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Ngan. Again, I am very sorry if I mispronounced it. I'm trying. This is a highly anticipated release for me. It just came out. I'm so excited. I can't wait to read it. I've already read the first chapter. I have a tendency to look at the first chapter of a book essentially just after I buy it, unless it's a sequel of such. I haven't read the first book, but I've already had a look at the first chapter and it was just drawing me in so much I had to stop myself and remind myself I have other books I have to read first. But yeah, I really want to get to this. I really want to read it before the end of the month because I'm so excited for this book. I am just so excited for this book. I'm gonna do an honorary 4th of Storm Dancer by Jay Kristoff because this is the book my friend made me buy as part of our challenge. And that was back in August. So I'd like to finish this before the end of the year, hopefully? Again, I also want to finish it because I know she wants to know my thoughts on this, and I would like to be able to tell her what I think of it a little bit sooner rather than later. Alright, question 5 is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Hands down, I think one of the most obvious answers is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab because I absolutely adored Vicious, so I will probably adore the sequel, and Vicious is definitely one of my favorite reads of this year. Kind of shared with Darker Shade of Magic and Truthwitch. However, I'm also going to say Girls of Paper and Fire might end up being a favorite as well because of how much I have been anticipating this book, how interested I am in it, and also from what I've read of the first chapter, it might end up being a favorite. Favorite of the year? It stands a pretty good chance. The only other book that could end up being a favorite, but I probably won't be able to get to reading it this year, that would be The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. Again, very, very highly anticipated book for me. I don't think I'm going to get to it this year, so I probably won't read it until 2019, and if I do, it will probably end up being a favorite of that year. Along with Blood Witch, I'm calling it now. And the 6th and final question is, have you already started making reading plans for next year, 2019? I'm going to be reading Poppy War in 2019 most likely. I'm so excited for that book. Probably will end up reading the first of the Firefly novelizations in 2019 as well. Blood Witch for sure. I am so excited for Blood Witch. I am counting down the days to when this book comes out. Other than that, the majority of my reading plans revolve around my dissertation because I have a lot of research I have to read. I have a lot of books, I have a lot of papers that just... It's a never-ending pile and I have to keep up to date. So if anything on my research topic comes out even like a day before I have to hand in my paper, I have to read it and incorporate it into my work. So majority of my reading plans are going to revolve around my research more so than me reading for fun until I'm done this paper, and that will be in about mid-ish spring. But then I'll be done. I'll be done. I'll be done. Oh my God, I'll be done. Oh God. I'm not gonna think about that right now. But there you have it. Those are my answers for the end of the year book tag. I've definitely had a really good reading year, a lot better than I did last year, for sure. I have a couple of books I would really like to finish before the end of the year. A couple of them I know for sure I'll manage to get to. A lot I probably won't. But that's okay. That just means I can enjoy them next year, more likely after the dissertation is handed in. But that's okay. That means I'll be able to read and not have to worry about the work I have to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos by me, both bookish and travel related, please be sure to click that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye!